The intent here is to go over Wisconsin and then go over the world, what's going on. We have 9 cities and organizations that are all planting seeds. You might say we're in the business of planting folk seeds. Trees grow, slow, they're powerful, they withstand all of the winds, pestilence, and they're standing on mountaintops all by themselves. That doesn't mean you should seek standing on a mountaintop all by yourself. That's the way it is, for the most part. There are 10 active monthly roundtables around Wisconsin. There's a president serving leadership and local service and faculty meetings to many of our institutions. There are 200 plus YouTubes waiting for you to look at and share in a group. Wisconsin is newly refreshed website for increased social media presence. And I will tell you that the Instagram is not being used at all. We've got a challenge right there. We got some old folks, and we need some young folks. Spread the news over there. And it will get there, but we need all your help. If you use Instagram, go grab Wisconsin Servant Leadership. We have, and that red is Wisconsin Institutional Platform. What do we do after I'm not around, and that's not going to take for years, and Tom's not around, he's got probably 15 years to go. Maybe he'll get 20, but we got to replace ourselves. And so this is kind of a quantum organization. Almost nobody completely understands the whole thing. And there's a little Newtonian in there as well, because it makes some people comfortable. But it's made up of a platform. There's 3 institutions that are associated with the leadership. Each one takes 2 years. President Dr. Waltz is the lead for the next 2 years. And then there will be somebody else from Circle and somebody else from the University of Wisconsin, Madison. They've all signed up. They're all tracking. Internally, there's an organization called, you just named it, we haven't approved this yet, but it's called the Hub. And there it's all about the roundtables. There's 10 roundtables right now that are functioning. Some of them are terrific, some of them are good. They all are quite different. They're all available to all of you. Some of them are online, so there's no excuse that anybody can't gather from any place. And so that hub is driving a lot of learning to this all small group. Exactly how we just did these roundtables, that's how the roundtables work with proven facilitators. We have about 4 areas in the state that want to be, but we have to have 6 people is the guideline. And we need somebody who is a proven facilitator. So we have lots of positions available to be an assistant, a backup. And there you get some experience. It's probably the soundest way to go. But that's a big part of what you're doing. Then we have 2 areas, across Milwaukee. Twice a year we have a citywide meeting, or we just are having here today. And then once a year we have a state conference headed by Pieper. And they've been doing it for years. Powerful, it's 2 days. Highly recommend it. Those are the things going on in the field. Wisconsin Servant Leadership Platform, they call it. And it's run with all volunteers. There will be some paid people part-time with the roundtables, because the roundtable, to nurture it, start another one up, keep track of it, is kind of time consuming. I'm doing that right now myself, but not on a level that it could be done. So that's what we have evolving right now. And the accountability is through the feedback we get from all these different platforms. We're going to post any reaction after this. We'll tell us what to do. We'll look at that, read it, and we'll incorporate it. And that's continuous. Everything we do. Once a year, that is looked at by the steering committee. It's really called the institutional platform, and we look at it, and people in charge of those areas, there's a communication area, that's the only thing. Everything else has the right. There's a leader with every one of those areas that I spoke of, exception of health, which is some professional with lots of experience. That will be, yeah, they should do that. Yet to be determined. This all started maybe in December. It began in 2020 when we had the International Summit. The purpose of it was to lift the world up in servant leadership, bring the Center for Servant Leadership, and to lift Wisconsin and re-energize it. You in Wisconsin are a very unique element in the world providing this model. Not to be duplicated, but to be learned. Here are the various areas. You have that in handouts. I'm not going to go through every one of them. They're all unique. I could spend the rest of my life just going through these. Right? It's so much. You leave and you're enlightened. You're lifted. Now, here is some really interesting. The red letters are what is happening today. The orange, this color, is what we had in 2019. In 3 years, we quickly got to that other number. And you'll see it's 3 and 4 times more. Now this is anything that's written, spoken, it's on the internet. That's a huge leap forward. And I give great credit to the National Conference and what went on there. And there's 107, I think it was 107 resources. 300% applied ethics. Almost 300%. Lead by serving. 300% servant leadership. 145 million hits. That's extraordinary. That's great hope for the world. And there are people everywhere grabbing onto this. Many people don't know about it, they've never heard of it. That's our job. If you get it in your heart and it gets connected to your head, you will not let go of it. And your spouse will be saying, they've already heard that story before. It is the way it works. The Greenleaf Center website, they have a weekly message that goes out. Anybody can sign up, free. There's a scholars program that is meeting here. It's really it's PhDers for the most part, and pre and post PhDers that present papers that they have been nominated annually, and it's injecting at the university level people who will be teaching and writing in the future. University of Missouri has 3 cohorts of EDD, I think that, yeah. EDD, it's like a PhD, but in education. And they have taken servant leadership and infused it into their program. They have, I think, 5 segments. One of them is pure servant leadership, and 2 others are totally inculcated with servant leadership, producing PhDs in education. And that's working, and it's done. It's locked in place. Higher education picked this up faster than it did any other institutional platform we have in our society. Much, much faster. In Wisconsin, there are 3 endowed servant leader chairs. You heard about one of them today at MSOE. Here are papers that are written. They're on our website. Right now, they're also, not up here, there's an endowed speaker series at Chautauqua with a lady that's going to kick it off that everybody says that's the person in the world for leadership. Whatever you do, whatever example you're providing, you in fact are planting those seeds. Everybody watches you. Children, friends, spouse, it all affects everything in your life. And it becomes natural. You just can't shut up. You just can't do. What are you doing telling this restaurant that they have puddle of water in the floor? That's none of your business. Real story. What are you going up to this parent that's shouting at their child in the middle of the street? You're going to get yourself killed. Well, there's a way to do it and keep moving. What are you doing taking this person who wants a meal into Howard Johnson at Times Square to give him a meal? What? I mean, he looks like he's just that, everything else. Well, he really didn't want a meal. He wanted some money to go do things that aren't good for him. But sat down in the restaurant, he ordered chicken, fried chicken, and he's looking around, where's the money, where's the money? And I told Lydia, I'm gonna pay the bill there. And then he says, I'm leaving. Well, why are you leaving? I don't like chicken. And it's gone. So that is the way it is. But who has the right in this country to not give somebody that wants a meal? Really neat experiences too, I'll tell you. How do you know if we are servant leaders? Only when people we lead, formal and informal. As in every organization, there's probably more formal leadership, informal, than there is formal. So people you can go to, you can trust, they don't blab, they listen, maybe give you a touch of their own experience, but that's the person you go to. A lot of people. So formal and informal leads the way. The best test, you know, those, sir, you've got the cards here that are out there. That's the best test. Is healthier, wiser, freer, or autonomous as a result of what they do they become servant leaders. That's the test. And that's an evolution. It's an evolution. So with that, I'm going to turn this over to Tom. You have had a splendid day, just outstanding. These speakers were home runs and all so unique and so different. All very real and just spectacular. Mr. Tom.